Hi you guys, I'm going to tell you things about bullying. And if you bully people, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be controlling your own self. You're not supposed to just bully somebody. You have to be controlling your own self. If somebody don't want to bully you, don't bully them. Because if you bully them, they gon' start to go tell on you. And like when you do stuff on purpose, they gonna start doing it to you. And you wouldn't probably want to like that. So sometimes you have to do things that doesn't go your way. Like if you just push somebody down and you say, I didn't do that. That makes somebody feel sad for themselves because you just did to hurt somebody. And if you want to don't hurt somebody, you can't just bully them and say, ha, 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 I pushed you down. You have to just say, I'm sorry. If the point of bullying is that you don't just bully somebody just for bullying them, it's a reason why you're bullying them. Because if you don't bully them, then they'll just start not to get mad. You want to be a nice person. You don't want them to be all mean to you. You don't want them to push you down. You don't want them to do that, do you? Nobody does. Because if you just do that, then nobody ain't gonna like you the second time when you want them to be nice to you. You have to learn your own rules, just saying. By watching somebody else do their own rules. By being nice to them, saying what a good day, or saying you look pretty, or commenting people. If you don't comment nobody, they ain't gonna like you no more. And if you keep bullying them, they gonna start to cry. And then you won't have any friends, by the way. And if you keep bullying people, you never will have friends in your life. But if you meet new ones and you bully them, you keep meeting new friends and you keep bullying them, they gonna get too attractive and they gonna start to get you mad. Because if you want to not bully them, you have to learn the ways not to punch them, or not to kick them, or not to push them, or not to do any of that. And then the best part is that you don't just say, she did it. She did it to me. I didn't do it to her. But you know you did it to the other person. You just want them to get in their own matters to be sad. And if you want the teacher to tell them to be quiet, the teacher needs to tell you to be quiet. Because you, the one who's doing all the problems. You're the one who's telling people to do all of this stuff. You're the one who's telling people to do this, but you're not the person, so don't listen to bullies. If you get bullied, you're going to get yourself in trouble. But if you don't want yourself to get in trouble, don't make yourself get in trouble by listening to the teacher, by don't just ignoring the people who does bullies. Go to the different classroom and don't even listen to them. If you're supposed to go to a different classroom, go to a different classroom so you won't get hit. Do anything that your teacher tells you to do so they won't follow you. Watch. If I just push somebody and then I say, nah, that's why you got pushed. People is not going to like me no more. Nobody is. Then people is going to say, that's what you get. That's what you get, little ugly little girl. Watch that. Watch people does that. And when they do that, they ain't going to like you no more. Point is, if somebody does it to you, all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, going to be right back to you. It goes two different ways. It just go one. Because if that one way comes, somebody gonna get it. Somebody gonna get that mama called up here and saying, your daughter or your son is pushing people around. Now, if somebody did that to you and you go home to tell mom, the teacher gonna tell them, you've been doing the same thing. And when she say that, she means that. She ain't gonna take no comments back. And if you start to do better in your classroom, you'll probably get more friends. If you get more friends and more better friends, but if you just have one friend That's all you probably need in your life is less friends instead of more friends. This is what my daddy tells me. My daddy said to my big sister, if you have less friends, you won't get in that many trouble. If you have more friends than you think you have, you'll get in more trouble. Because some people gonna bully you. Some people gonna push you around. Some people gonna punch you around. And if you don't know how to do any of that, you just go tell the principal or somebody who's near you, and they're not saying that. If they're not saying nothing or they're not saying that, you go home, tell mom. Something's wrong with me, Mom. People keep bullying me around. Mom's gonna tell you, hit them back. Hit them back. You supposed to hit somebody back if they hit you back. You ain't supposed to just leave them right there and let them keep hitting you. You're supposed to do things that's your own matters. You in control of your own self. Nobody else is. The only person in control of you is God. But he's not that much control of you. You're controlling your own self. If you want to make choices of the wrong thing, that's on you. If you want to make choice of the right thing, that's still on you. But you're just making good choices. Don't never, ever, ever do wrong things. That's how you get bullied around. You can't just bully somebody. You can't just let people bully you around. You gotta at least tell somebody or do something about it, or just do nothing about it. And once you get nothing about it, you don't go home and tell nobody. You gonna keep getting it pushed around. And the only way you can stop it is because if they get in trouble, or if they don't go to that school anymore, or wherever place they at, they don't need to bully you around. They can bully their own self around. That's what the control is. They're just trying to bully people so their self can start rolling your eyes at you, thinking they're cute and stuff like that. No, they're not finna bully you and say, ugly little girl, that's why I pushed you down. No, you go control your own self, hit them back. That's what you're supposed to do. You aren't supposed to take hands with your own matters. That's what you're actually supposed to do. You want to let somebody just punk you around. You punk them around. Because if they do it back, your lesson is learned. You should do something with what they tell you to do. You don't just push them around. You don't have to listen to them if they tell you that you ugly. Don't listen to them and call them back ugly. Or if they call you stupid. I ain't stupid and you know you ain't stupid. So don't just let them bully you around. If you know you're not that name, or you know that she never did that, then you know you can do it back to them or call them that name. Because if they just gather around, make people jump you, guess what? You're going to do it right back with other people. So, you just gotta do things that take hands with your own matters. You can't just push somebody down. Control your own self, like I just said. Don't just control your own self with screaming, hollering, all that stuff. Control your own self by telling the teacher, or at least doing it back. You don't need to go home, tell mom, at least, and then come back. Well, yeah, tell mom at least. Don't go home and tell nobody else who you don't know. At least tell a teacher or somebody who's there around you that didn't even see the thing. Don't just let them punk you around. Because once you get punked around, something gonna go wrong. And that thing that's gonna go wrong is gonna keep happening. And if that keep happening, you're not gonna like it. Are you? I don't think so. Because you don't want somebody punking you around all that school year or all that time. You want somebody to stop punking you around, and you got to do it back to them. And if they go home and tell just like you did, then that means the case of the matter is y'all should go be friends again. Y'all not finna keep fighting over and over and over again. Y'all not finna keep doing that, because if y'all keep doing that, you gonna get in trouble. Yourself, your marriage gonna get in trouble. You have to learn your own self what you're doing to make your own self get in trouble. You have to learn that you're a person who's nice. You're not a person who's mean, are you? And if somebody bullies you, that's the case. If you're nice, that means they're mean. So if you can solve that problem like that, that probably means you're nice. You're not mean. That probably means that if you think of something real hard that you can do that doesn't hurt them, or if they hurt you, you can hurt them back and see how that feels to them. Because if they can't just punk you around, calling you stupid, calling you little girl, calling you ugly, calling you little boy. You gotta punk them around too. You can't just let them punk you around and say, "I'm a little girl, that's why I got her like this." No, you can't do that. You have the control of your own self. If they punch you, you punch them back. You don't just let them hang out with you and they being mean to you. So you have your own matters. And you have your own responsibility. You're in charge of your own self. Nobody else is. So I hope y'all get this straight one day. That if bullies are real, they are. And it matters, they are. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you very much. And this girl is called Mikayla Atanya Davis. Thank you. Goodbye.